Hi there. As you can see here, I've implemented a new feature for Orcaslicer, and that is the ability to create multiple dovetails in one single cut. This has been a highly requested feature, and I'm grateful to be able to contribute to the community in this way. I will show you how it works right now. If you go to Cut and then select Dovetail, then you can see a new UI here where you can select how many dovetails you want to have in the cut. And that is how many you want. This works with all the settings, right? But one limitation is that it has to be the same for everything. This is to keep it simple, to not overcomplicate the UI, and was also just easier to implement, to be honest. So yeah, who am I and why did I do this? Well, sorry, let's show you how it works. You can see, there it is. So, who am I and why am I doing this? I am PenguinPrototypes. I design 3D models myself. Maybe you have seen a few of my models. My most popular one right here, you could see me yesterday on the 26th lose the Printables.com awards to the Wirecutter Pro. Yes, and a lot of other stuff. You can check it out. That's about me. You can find me on all the sites. So, why did I do this? Well, I've seen there's a huge demand for this. I've watched the video by 3D Printing Nerds, and I've heard his complaints, and that it would be nice to just have this, because currently here, as was described, there is a way, but it's very cumbersome. So I've seen that there's a huge demand for this. So I said to myself, why not implement it? As you can see here, this is my work in progress screenshots. So yeah, and that's it. This is the feature, but I need your help for it, because to implement it in Orcaslicer, there is community testers wanted. So if you watch this and you think to yourself, I want this in Orcaslicer, I need your help, you need to go to this link that I will show, that I will paste into the, not the comment section, the description. You have to scroll down under artifacts, select the relevant thing for you, and then download this, test it, leave a comment here, maybe with a screenshot showing that it works. If there are enough community testers showing it, that there are no bugs, that everything works as expected, then you can expect this to be merged relatively soon. But that depends on the maintainers. I'm not in control of that. So that's that. If you're now still here and are interested a bit more in why this feature was requested for so long, I mean, if you see here in the, no, was it here? Here in this issue was opened like 1.5 years ago, right? And you're asking yourself, why is it only being implemented now? You have to understand the open source, right? No one is getting paid to do this. And then also, when you're developing Orcaslicer, the main part of all of this, right, is that I can go to preview and actually print it, the G-code generation, right? And all these tools here, they're like a different kind of software, right? You need to know it, and I will also show you in a second why it's taken so long and how I implemented it. So you will see some code. If you're interested in it, you can keep watching. If not, you can close the video doing it. So yeah, I mean, not everyone knows how to do this. This is like very not something the usual Orcaslicer dev has experience with, which is why they hesitant to start this. For me, I have a bit of experience in this kind of stuff, so that's it. But I know nothing about G-codes slicing, right? If you had the feature to tell me like how do I change some of this, I have no idea, right? But that's the beauty of open source. Everyone can bring their expertise together. So yeah, this is the feature as it currently is. It works. I can add as many dovetails as I want. I can perform the cut, and then as you saw previously, everything works. Nice. That's that. Now, if you're still here, I'm going to show some code to explain how I implemented it and why it took so long and why this is rather complicated to do. If you see here, this entire code, this function, is responsible just to show you this preview pane. So this half transparent pane showing you where it will be. This is all this code. And it's actually, to be honest, more complex than the code for making the cut itself. And what I needed to do is to change this to handle multiple dovetail grooves and then have all these offsets and stuff like that. It's kind of complicated. You see here I have this offset I needed to add in, and I needed to go to calculate all that. It took a while. So now I told you this is for the preview pane. I'm calling it preview pane. Now, if you're clicking perform cut, and also what you're seeing here, there's a little preview of what will happen, right? And this is a different function. This is a function that actually cuts the model itself, and you can see it here. Wait, I didn't prepare it. That should be at the end. Yes, here. Cut, perform with groove. And here I also needed to implement all of that. And what this does is basically cutting with a straight plane progressively and then re-adding all of this, which is why if you have a complex model, there's sometimes this pop-up afterwards, after you click perform cuts, and you have to say, I want to fix the model. That is why, because I'm basically adding them back together, and there can be some polygons or some vertices that get mixed up and that need to get fixed. It's pretty complex, as you can see. Yeah, and here you see this is the function to calculate the groove width. What you're saying here is like the gap between the grooves, which means this gap right here. So if I set it to 1, which is the minimum right now, you see this is the gap. And also, if you adjust this angle, right, you see this is that gap. And I need, but if you say give that to the software, right, it doesn't know what to do with it. So I need to get this center to this center, and that I need to calculate. And that is basically this function. And that gets used in the preview pane and here, so I'm not repeating myself in code. That's it, to be honest. I have nothing else to tell you, aside from go to this link in the description, log in to GitHub, download the relevant file, execute it, and test it. And then if you've tested it, code the pull request that I will also link down in the description, and add that you write a comment that you've tested it, take a screenshot of your model maybe print it, that would also be nice. That's it. Thank you. Oh, I forgot one thing. Go download my models. Thank you. On either side that you want. And a few nice, no, forget it. Do what you want. I just request that you test it if you want this feature to be implemented. Thank you. This was Penguin Prototypes, and I hope to see you in the next video for the next feature that I am implementing. Bye-bye.